Good morning, guys. Just me here again, early doors in the morning. So sorry for the darkness and the shadow, and of course the morning face. But yes, it is Tuesday, the 17th of August. We are 7 weeks out, 7.5 weeks out. No, 6.5 weeks out. So just under 7 weeks out, and got off to a rocky start this week. Weight shot up on Monday, but we've decided that we don't give a crap about the scales anymore to a degree. And that goes for anything, I think, lifestyle, prep. Yes, in prep, the scale is important in monitoring progress. And I definitely believe in that, but sometimes it can just play a little bit of funny business. And I think that's what's happening here, because we just haven't seen that sort of consistent over time drop. It's never going to be linear. It's never going to always go down, but we're just not seeing it. And it's just really funny spikes. So like I mentioned in my last vlog, when I do hit inflammation, definitely spikes my weight, which is normal. But then, yeah, it's weird. We kind of can't crack where we are right now, which is really strange. But my coach and I were saying, it might also be that we are developing and building more muscle. I don't believe we have like 4 kg of muscle there, but there's something there. So it might just mean that maybe that low that I have in my head that we've got to aim for isn't that low, or I'm going to look more conditioned and better, slightly higher than that. But at the end of the day, the scales don't determine my efforts, whether or not I'm doing well, and they shouldn't really determine my motivation or my discipline. They shouldn't influence it, and they don't. So I'm just kind of having a laugh at it now. And I think a few weeks ago I was laughing at it, then I got a little bit worried again, and now I'm just back to laughing at it because what the heck, guys. But anyway, this week is a normal week for me, not going into the office, but I found out I'm going in next week, which did spark a bit of anxiety in me. So I think I need to do something about that. Does anyone else get that with the return to work? I guess for me it's a little bit different because my journey is so long that I know that something's got to give. I think the reason I'm struggling now is because when I took the job, my priorities were in a very different place. So I could sacrifice the time to travel, but now it definitely is not the case. And I think COVID came at a great time. Not that it was great that we had COVID, but it came at a great time because I was getting really, really exhausted by my travel, and it was just becoming too much, and I figured that I needed to do something. And now I know that something sort of got to give. So I think over the next couple of months, it'll be interesting to see what I do. I'm going to keep really exploring how I can change my current circumstances, because it's not going to be sustainable over time. But that's okay. I think as soon as I found out, it kind of like switched something in me, and I was like, wow, I need to work on this. I need to figure it out, because it was not okay. It just put me in like a very different and agitated state. But anyway, I'm blabbing now. Today is leg day, so we're going to go down and hit some legs, bit of glutes, bit of hamstrings, bit of quads, and no additional cardio session for today, just steps later on, so that's fine. Probably won't be able to film a lot of today. I tend to get like in the zone on a leg day, on all my days, but I just don't have the willingness to stop all the time and record. So maybe in my next leg day I'll try. But yeah, that's what's happening today and this morning. I can't actually believe how dark it is now. A couple of weeks ago it was super light out, and I feel like we're still in summer, so it should be light. But anyways, again, I'm going off on a tangent. But this morning I had my pre-workout meal, so I had rice and chicken, had a bit of pre-workout, had a bit of coffee, probably a little too much caffeine, did my morning journaling, and I find that really sets me up for the day. I think some people can find gratitude really, really helpful, and some can find it a little bit woo-woo and a little bit overdone. And I totally get that, because a lot of people do talk about it but potentially don't practice what they preach. But I find that it really just helps me set up the tone for the day and get me in a really good mind, a really good headspace really. Just reflecting on what I'm grateful for, the fact that I can wake up every morning and, you know, work towards my goals, and that I have a roof over my head, and that, you know, I wake up next to my partner, because, you know, we used to live in separate countries, and I think that it's just showing gratitude for these things and realizing how blessed and lucky we are in this life. Regardless of where we want to go, what we want to be doing, what we have right now is all we have right now. And being grateful for that is really important, because those things could be taken away in a heartbeat. But yeah, that's just where I'm at this morning. Let's get it done. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday. It is just after 5, and I'm switching up my training days today, because usually I would do upper body on a Wednesday, but instead I have a posing call with my coach at 7 a.m. So I'm gonna get in my HIIT cardio before that. So I'm gonna head down to the gym in a bit. I've had a coffee, this is a bit of pre-workout, and I'm ready to get into it. I strangely really enjoy HIIT. It kills me, but afterwards, that feeling, I'm sure you guys know who do HIIT that might like it. That feeling afterward is just epic. So I'll do HIIT. I have about 15 intervals at 15 seconds on, 45 seconds slower. And then after that, I might do some abs. So just added in a little bit of ab workout, or a little bit of a couple of exercises a couple of days a week, just to really work on my core. And then I'll be back up here, quickly shower and jump on a posing call before I then get ready for the rest of the day. So I will try and film some clips, but I've just seen that my camera is playing up a little bit. My SD card is locked. I don't know what that means, so I need to look into it, but I'll try and get some of those clips, because it's always fun to sort of see what they look like. And it's always fun to watch me from a different angle on a posing call just be an absolute loser. So I'm sure you guys might want to see that. But yeah, that's it for me. It is quite cold this morning, actually. I was really surprised, but it's not as dark outside as you can see in the background, and you can see me. So that's nice. At least it's getting a little bit lighter, although it does look like it's very misty and it might rain. So we'll see how that develops. But that's it for my Wednesday morning. Let's get after it. HIIT is done. This lighting is so bad. What are going on here? Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. So, I am pretty proud of myself. I managed to actually film some of my leg day today. I didn't film it all, but I filmed most of it. So, I'll insert that, or you may have already seen that. But, it's been a good Thursday. Pretty happy with how I'm feeling this morning. Loving this hot pink, which I never usually wear. But, hey, it might or may not be my birthday, so I figured I would mention it in case I
regret that later, but hope everyone is having a good day wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. Bye guys. Hey guys, it's me again. Chatting to you whilst I'm on the treadmill. But it is Friday, the 20th of August, and I just hit upper body with a little bit of glutes, and it was a really good session. Felt good. Tried a few different handles and attachments for some of my upper body exercises, which is really nice. I find that I've been doing the same training program since May and still getting results, so no need to change. But what I do tend to do is sort of like try and switch up the grips or the attachments every now and again, just to see if I get a bit of better activation or different activation, and to try it out a little bit, not detour from the plan, but to give a slight variance to it and see how it goes, see if I can sort of get better on that exercise through it. So for example, I have been doing cable front raises from the floor using a rope attachment, laying on the floor with like my knees bent and pulling the cable up to where the attachment comes up to face level as if I was standing. I don't think I explained that very well, but maybe I'll try and film it in one of my upcoming clips or next videos and show you, which I really liked that one. I found it actually felt really good, and it just took that element of stabilizing my body out of it, since it was already sort of squished into the floor and gravity was taking me. Didn't have to worry about that. It actually forced me to realize that I need to be more mindful of making sure that my shoulders stay back and don't roll forward as I'm lifting the weight, because I'm not getting that full engagement through with that head. So it's been a really good learning. We skipped high carb day this week, so we've just been on low carb days most of the week, and then I went on training day on Wednesday. But I'm feeling good, which is good. We're just trying to deplete, see how we go, but feeling good, feeling a little bit tighter, noticing a few more lines. I think when I sit on a hard surface like a toilet seat, I find that like I can see a few more lines coming in between my quads and my hammies, like separation on the side, a little bit more coming in through my glutes around the top half of the back, so that's good. But yeah, I'm keen to see what my check-in looks like on Sunday. But I do take my photos each morning, and I've noticed things are looking nice. I like what I'm seeing, and I'm just working a little bit on my back pose a little bit more, just lowering my hands down a little bit on my thighs to make that shape really nice and flowy. But yeah, so working on a few bits, getting a few things done, and we'll see how that goes come Sunday. But yeah, now just doing my cardio, almost halfway through. Gonna pop on a YouTube for the rest and get it done. But as I said, it's Friday, so looking forward to knocking off after work this afternoon, just chilling out a little bit. And yeah, I'll check back in with you either later today or over the weekend.
Hey guys, so it's later on Friday. It's about just before 1 p.m. and I'm actually out for a daily walk. I tend to do a daily walk around 12 or 1. Try to nip out for at least 20 to 30 minutes and get some steps in, because I do have a step goal, step target, in addition to my training and cardio. So at the moment I aim for around 10k a day. I get anywhere between 10 and 12, sometimes a little bit more, but never below the 10 mark. And I tend to get that in. It depends on how much movement I get in the morning. If I'm really active, sort of walking around the gym a lot, and I rack up my steps or I move between floors, I tend to be able to get 4,000 to 5,000 done by the time I head back up
after my training in the morning. I do take my watch off for any cardio, like on a machine, just so that that's not sort of, I'm not including it and sort of limiting my expenditure there. I make sure that it's all sort of tracked. I'm just down by the water here. It's actually called South Bank here. Yeah, Vauxhall. And it's quite nice actually, because there's South Bank in Melbourne, Australia, and there's a South Bank in various parts of the world, and it always reminds me of back home, because it always tends to be by the water and quite nice. But yeah, so this is sort of, I mostly come here. I do change it up a little bit sometimes and go to the park near my house, or roam the streets, like I don't know where to go pretty much. No, and I do tend to just sort of walk around, mostly a creature of habit and keep the same route, but yeah, it's usually here or Sainsbury's or the park. But it's really nice to just get some fresh air and change it up, to get away from my desk mainly and just sort of give myself a bit of a breather, because obviously I do sit behind a desk for the major part of the day from 8:39 till at least 5 or 6. So yeah, it's really important that I do try and break up the day and get some steps outside during the middle of the day, also just for a bit of a mental break. But I find it really calming by the water, and I really do like it, so right now it's quite nice. Yeah, that's what I usually do on a daily basis, both during the week and on Saturday and Sunday. I always tend to get out for a walk. There's never really a day that I stay home, because I never really get I never get all 10k steps in the morning at the gym, and I do like to sort of get outdoors and not just stay in all day. So yeah, that's how I sort of rack them up. But that is just a little bit of an insight into my day and how they play out. And to be fair, this doesn't change comp prep off season. I'm always trying to step out during the middle of the day, especially working from home, for a bit of a walk, and just get some fresh air, because I need it. I don't like to be cooped up inside too much. Nobody likes to be cooped up inside. But yeah, that's just a staple for me, an everyday thing. Can't really go wrong and can't really go without it. Yeah. Good morning, team. It is Saturday. It is just before 7 and I'm just about to have my pre-workout meal and get ready to go down to the gym. Yesterday I got an email in the afternoon saying my gym was temporarily closed, and I was like, what? But it was apparently due to a potential gas leak. Thankfully it wasn't anything to do with like COVID or whatnot, because I was there in the morning. But then I got another email a couple of hours later saying that it was open, so I was like, yes, which makes me super grateful, more so than ever, that I live super close to my gym, because I'd already figured out where I was going to go, but it's just so convenient and I really am lucky, so I cannot complain. But yes, this morning I am just going to have my chicken and rice, do a bit of journaling as I normally do, have my pre-workout and coffee, and then get ready to go down and smash a bit of a full body blast. I think today I also have 30 minutes of cardio that I've got to latch on after it, because I didn't do it earlier in the week. I've got some abs to do, so it might be a little bit more of a longer session, but that's okay. It's a Saturday, I've got time, so it's nice and breezy. But after that, I don't have too much planned for this weekend. It's more so just trying to get sorted with some things, there's some other bits and pieces in my life that I've just got to start working through if I want to make any progress with them. So I'm going to do that. I'll do some posing, go for a walk, hopefully the sun comes out, enjoy it a little bit outside, and probably like do all those adulting things like clean the flat, look into a couple of bills and email some queries. So not a lot of fun on my end, but no, feeling great. Hit a new low this morning, which was nice to see. I was starving yesterday, like ravenous. I wanted to eat everything. Didn't wanted to eat everything though. So that makes sense as to why we saw a bit of a drop, which is really, really good.
and let's hope that it continues that way. But other than that, not much to report. I will be doing my check-in with my coach tomorrow, so my full check-in with pictures and posing videos and whatnot. So if there's any update for the following week, I will probably include that in this one, if not maybe in the next one, because I believe as of yesterday we had 6 weeks out. So it's hard to keep up when it's a Friday show. I'm used to a Sunday show, so it flows a lot better. But anyway, we'll figure it out.